Jai Sriman Narayan. Jai Sriman Narayan. Jai Sriman Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Sriman Jagat Guru Sudarshan Acharyaji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi. And I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. I pay my obeisances to all the Purva Acharyas of the Sri Ramanuj Sampradaya. I welcome all of you here locally at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that's watching this discourse on live feed locally, nationally and internationally. And I welcome those in advance that's going to be watching this discourse when it is posted in the various groups from around the world. Our topic for discussion today is taken from a group called Quotes or Rig Veda Quotes, wherein somebody asked which is the king of mantras. We have decided that in this day and age where we are interacting in the global village through social media, it is more tangible to answer questions that are confusing those that profess to be in Sanatana Dharma. So I have asked my admins to choose certain questions that are asked from the various groups and send it through, and wherever possible the Sri Narayan Dham will try and answer these questions as per Vedic injunctions. When we attempt to answer these questions, we have to take into cognizance the period that we are all living in. And as I explained last week, that as there are 4 seasons in a year, similarly there are 4 recurring cycles called Yugas. It starts with Satya Yuga, where there is 100% devotion to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then it diminishes by 25% in Treta Yuga, where the devotion is only 75%, and in Dwapara Yuga it diminishes further by 50%, and in Kali Yuga devotion is only 25%. So when we answer, then we have to understand that this situation occurs after every 4 cycles. And these ingredients of Kali Yuga is already pre-destined. And in Kali Yuga, if only 25% will have devotion to the Lord, then 75% will have devotion in diminishing values right up to 0. So some people will have devotion in various percentages ranging from 0% right up to 100%. And that group of people that's in the 100% will be found in that 25%. And when we attempt to answer these questions, we see how much of love the Supreme Personality of Godhead have for the living entities. Notwithstanding the fact that in whichever percentage range you are, the Lord has created systems so that if you do not devote yourself to Him directly, you have an indirect system to devote yourself to until you devote yourself to Him directly. Sanatana Dharma is so comprehensive that even all the knowledge that are contained in the 4 Vedas, the 108 Upanishads, the Vedanta Sutra, the Mahabharata, the Ramayana, and the Dharma Sastras, they only make up a fraction of the knowledge of Sanatana Dharma, which in reality is infinite. Which in reality is infinite. So even those that have 100% devotion for the Supreme Personality of Godhead does not mean that or those living entities have 100% of the knowledge that is within Sanatana Dharma. Knowledge in Sanatana Dharma is infinite, but for the purposes of human evolution, it has been codified into the 4 Vedas, the Upanishads, the Puranas, the Itihasas, and the Dharma Sastras. So when a guru has to answer specific questions like this, then it becomes necessary to provide scriptural injunctions to verify that which the guru is answering. And I read a few comments on this question, and most of the comments were in line. But we want to now tie up for a clearer understanding, which is the king of mantras and the relevance of all other mantras. And before I go there, we need to verify the authorized scriptures from which gurus can take these injunctions from to qualify his discourse. So I'm going to start by explaining that the route to Sanatana Dharma is through Vedanta, and Vedanta means the end of knowledge, and the scriptures that are authorized in Vedanta are the Vedas, the Bhagavad Gita, and the Brahma Sutras. So when we sift out Vedic injunctions to prove a Vedic truth, then those injunctions in the main must be sought out from these three authorized scriptures. And supplementing these scriptures are the itihasas, which are, what are itihasas?
Ramayana and the Mahabharata.
These are histories. Itihasas are histories and legends. What are legends?
Famous.
The Puranas. The Puranas are legends. So for me to verify this, I have to find a Vedic injunction that corroborates what I have now told you. That these are the set of authorized or authorities in Vedanta. So, chapter 4 of the Brihad Arayana Upanishad, and I'm going to spell it, it's a very long word, BRAHARANYAKOPANISAD, chapter 4. Okay? And I'm going to read a few lines of a verse which qualifies what I have stated just now. And it states, "Just speech, Your Majesty," said he, "verily by speech, Your Majesty, a friend is recognized. By speech alone, Your Majesty, the Rig Veda, the Yajur Veda, the Sama Veda, the hymns of the Atharvans and the Angirasas, legends, ancient law," so legends in fact are the itihasas, and ancient law, L-O-R-E, or histories will be the Puranas, science and mystic doctrines, which will be the Upanishads, and the aphorisms, which will be the Brahma Sutras. Okay, so I've confirmed in chapter 4 of this Upanishad that the information that I am going to reveal to you to back up how I conclude the king of all mantras are coming from the authorized scriptures that belong to Vedanta, which is the fundamental knowledge of Sanatana Dharma. All of you understand? Are there any questions? Then going back in stating the love and compassion the Supreme Personality of Godhead has for all of the living entities, we find the Puranas. The Puranas are spoken by Lord. Who speaks the Puranas? Lord Brahma speaks the Puranas. When Lord Brahma is in Satyagun, he speaks, he glorifies Lord Vishnu. When he is in Tamogun, he glorifies himself. When he is, in Rajogun, he glorifies himself. When he is in Tamogun, he glorifies Lord Shiva. And when he is in mixed, he glorifies the mother aspect of God. Alright? Why would you think God will create this situation? Why would God create a situation where Lord Brahma will be given information in different gunas?
To suit the mindset of the living entities.
Yes, and to fulfill the criteria of, that's what he says, to fulfill the criteria of,
the percentage of living entities that will worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
in which season?
Satya Yuga.
Kali Yuga.
Kali Yuga.
Alright? So this fits in perfectly with God's plan, because if Lord Brahma spoke all the Puranas in Satyagun, then those impelled by other gunas would not have an opportunity to worship. Is it right?
Yes.
Is it right?
Yes.
So notwithstanding the fact that only 25% of devotion will be focused on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, God takes care of the other 75% of living entities in human form by allowing Lord Brahma to be impelled by Rajogun and Tamogun and create Puranas that can be followed by people that's vibrating in Tamogun and Rajogun. So this is how compassionate God is. In whichever level you are existing, He is giving you an opportunity to evolve from that level and reach Him ultimately. Like your children, when you send them to school, your love will be equal to all your children. Okay? Some children like to be perfect. They like to spend 2 years in one standard so they can perfect the standard. Dana? You had experience of that? Some children like to spend more than 1 year in one standard person. They are perfectionists. They are? Sita, I don't agree. Well, some like to do it in 2 years. Well, Sita got help. She got the 33 million Devis and Devtas talking to her all the time, and they can talk her through very fast through entire education system. Alright, she can be the head of the even guru system. She has so much of help. But ordinary children, Sita, okay? So the parents don't care whether you want to be a perfectionist and spend 2 years in one standard, some even 3, Sita. Alright? Their love for the children is the same. Okay? And they will provide facilities to educate all of the children. Similarly, God has provided facilities for all of His children by using the instrument of Lord Brahma to create Puranas in the 3 different mindsets of which man is impelled in this universe. Everyone has to undergo Satagun, everyone has to undergo Rajogun, and everyone has to go Tamogun. You can't escape this. You can't escape this. Every mind, because the basic substratum of the universe is these three gunas. When nothing exists, then in the subtle form, material nature is these three gunas. Satagun, Rajogun and Tamagun. These are the three modes of nature. Purity, truthfulness, Satagun. Action and passion. Action and passion, Rajogun. And ignorance, Tamagun. Can you get a dean of university, the highest educated person in university, in Tamagun? Sita? Yes. Because when we talk of the mode of ignorance in Sanatana Dharma, we do not mean the ignorance of your material education. We mean the ignorance of you not realizing the absolute truth. We mean the ignorance of you not understanding the absolute truth in Sanatana Dharma. So you can be the highest qualified person with your mind vibrating in Tamogun, and we will say you are ignorant. And you will say, how can you say I'm ignorant? I have a doctor's degree. And I have an accounting degree. How can this Acharya call us ignorant? These two people will gang up on me. Vasan, we studied. How can he call us ignorant? So it is that, not that ignorance. It is ignorant in knowing the absolute truth. All of you understand? So in a similar manner, there are mantras that will be successful to you in which mode you are vibrating. You understand? Mantras are condensed spiritual energy. Mantras will connect you to a specific Devi or Devta. Okay? So we also have the Devi Mahatmyam. It has 700 mantras. 700 mantras. So you have mantras of Mother Lakshmi, of Mother Kali, Mother Durga, the Kali / Durga, or Mother Saraswati. 700 mantras here. So Mother Kali will annihilate your negative qualities. Mother Lakshmi will maintain you. Mother Lakshmi will maintain you, and Mother Saraswati will give you knowledge. Okay? Tivashni, you think you need Mother Saraswati badly this year? You think, Tivashni? I don't think so. Before I end my discourse, you must ask me why. If I tell you now, then I'll have to stop the discourse. Alright? So, specifically in Kali Yuga, are these mantras valid? Do they work? Do they work?
Yeah, some people say that they do work.
Yes, if it's found in the Vedas, it has to work. God do not put anything in the Vedas that will not work. Okay? So we stated that God has created the perfect science for the evolution of the human, or the evolution of the soul through the human body. So when you are in the human body, there are two segments of education. The karma kanda, or the ritualistic portion, and deity worship, and the moksha, when you want to liberate yourself, then the Upanishads. It's two portions. So if you are in the karma kanda, primary school, high school, then these mantras will work for you. These mantras will work for you. These mantras are designed for those from tamogun to rajogun. Okay? But then if you want to go to university, it means you will go to the third segment of this scientific evolution of the soul in a human body. Okay, are you understanding? Vasudeva, what you understood so far? That God caters for everyone. So if the Vedas is the essence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we said he did not author it, it is his essence, then it has to be beneficial to everyone. In Kali Yuga, only 25% will have the qualification from a previous lifetime to be in university. Okay? The other 75% have to sustain themselves as humans, and mantras have also been specifically designed for those people. I want you all to understand that there is no wrong. It is a state of evolution. I want you to understand there is no wrong, but there is a state of evolution. So when I started my satsang, we had many people, hundreds and hundreds of devotees, alright? They are not here because this satsang is in Satagun to Suddha Sattva. Satagun to Suddha Sattva. They all fell back to high school and primary school. Because in this satsang, eventually you have to become Tiveshni, no meat, no alcohol, no cigarettes, no fighting, no swearing, no jealousy, no hatred, no pride. So lots of people bypassed, they came to the university quickly because the Guru was giving a lot of lollipops, and they got more interested in the lollipops, they forgot the real reason this Guru opened this institution. Guru opened this institution not to give lollipops, but to teach spiritual science. Guru opened the Sri Narayan Dham to teach spiritual science from the Vedas. And he gave you lollipops, pops. You got your lollipop when the Guru assisted you in your illness so that you can come sit here every Thursday and Sunday and listen to the Vedas. You see? That's the only reason Guru gave you a lollipop. Only reason Guru gave you a lollipop, Rishi, so that you can come to satsang on Thursday and Sunday and listen to the Vedas. That is the classes for our university. That is the only 2 days a week we have classes for the university. Alright? And when you notice all the devotees that have left, so they went back to drinking, everyone. They went back to smoking, they went back to meat eating, they went back to committing adultery, Rishi. I don't know, I'm using your name. Hope your wife don't fight with you on your way back. Alright, it's not associated. But they went back to all their previous habits. Okay? Which means the university didn't fail them, they failed the university. As a Tivashni, the only educated person in uniform in my satsang. Tivashni. Alright? Are you understanding? Now for those people, that mantra which we are using, or I am using, they don't use it anymore. You in agreement, Vasan? All those people who left this satsang, they also left the mantra, because the mantra and what they wanted from this university was not in sync. Was not in sync. Because the mantra is a seed. Mantra is a seed, like a coconut tree. How tall is a coconut tree? 30-40 meters. Where does that tree live? No, it lives in its seed. That 40-meter tree lives in the seed, in the subtle form. And in the gross form, it becomes a 40-meter tree. Similarly, that is the potency of a mantra. That is the potency of a mantra in seed form. Hear this mantra, Om. From this mantra emanated all the universes. All the universes. In the subtle form it is Om, in the gross form it is everything that you see. It is everything that you see. Okay? So I've explained now that all the mantras that are found in the Vedas can be used. They are there to be used. It depends on which level your soul has evolved to. Remember, there are 8.4 million species. Then you get the human body, and in the human body itself, there are 3 different levels. 3 different levels. Besides the 8 million species, when you come to the human species, then there are 3 levels of the evolution of the mind. So all mantras are, if they appear in the Vedas, they can be used. They have a potential, if you use it in its prescribed form, then they have a potential to be beneficial to you. So let's go to the king of mantras. How will we decide which is the king of mantras, and where will we get that information from? Vishom or Vishwam, whatever your name is, we will get it from the authorized scriptures. What are the authorized scriptures in Vedanta? The primary scriptures in Vedanta, Vedas, Upanishads are part of the Vedas, Bhagavad Gita,
Brahma Sutras.
and the Brahma Sutras. And the Brahma Sutras. Okay? So, we will start with the Brahma Sutras, which is on my lap. It only has 500 mantras. I don't think we'll be finished Vasan before midnight. So from Lord Sri Ramanuj, Sri Bhasya, chapter 3, verse 343. On account of the abundance of indicatory marks, the Narayana Anuvaka deals with the object of worship in all the meditations. For it, indicatory mark is stronger than the context. That has also been stated by Jaimini. Alright, and I'm just going to read quickly what he means by this, and Lord Sri Ramanuj explains in this commentary. The Triya text immediately after the Dhara Vidya declares in the following way: the 1,000-headed God, whose eyes see everything, who is Narayana, the imperishable Supreme Master, etc. Okay? So what is the Brahma Sutra declaring as the Supreme God? Who is the Brahma Sutra declaring as the Supreme God? Lord Narayan. Okay. Then there is an Upanishad called the Narayana Upanishad, and in the Narayana Upanishad it is stated that Lord Narayan, that the entire Rig Veda is to know Lord Narayan, the entire Yajur Veda is to know Lord Narayan. The entire Sama Veda is to know Lord Narayan. So all the Vedas conclude that Lord Narayan is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then in the Bhagavad Gita itself, there is a question or there is a request by Arjuna to Lord Shri Krishna. What is that request? To show him his universal form. This Brahma Sutra injunction that I read now, the 1,000-headed Lord Narayana is the universal form of Lord Narayan. Universal form of Lord Narayan. With 1,000 heads, 1,000 hands, 1,000 mouths, thousands of eyes. Okay, it is universal form of Lord Narayan. Who shows it? Lord Krishna. Who is Lord Krishna? He is an avatar of Lord Narayan. What does avatar mean? Avatar means when God descends. When God descends. So when Lord Narayan descended, he descended in the form of Lord Krishna. Initially when he descended in his own form to his mother and father, and they requested him to withdraw his other two hands. And this is stated in the Puranas. Are the Puranas authorized scriptures? So the Vedas and the Puranas and the Bhagavad Gita is stating that Lord Narayan is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Alright? Then we have a story in the Mahabharata. Who is grandfather Bhishma? He is self-realized and God-realized, and whilst he was awaiting his death on a bed of arrows, Yudhishthira inquired from Lord Shri Krishna. From who? Lord Shri Krishna, that Kali Yuga is approaching, and which is the best form of worship in the approaching Yuga after the departure of the Lord Shri Krishna. And Lord Shri Krishna referred him to Bhishma. And what did Bhishma answer? What did it?
To chant 1,000 names of Lord Vishnu.
Chant the 1,000 names of Lord Vishnu. Who referred Yudhishthira and who heard and corroborated this answer?
Lord Shri Krishna.
Lord Shri Krishna himself. Lord Shri Krishna himself. Then there is the Kali Santana Upanishad. The Kali Santana Upanishad, and in that Upanishad the same question is asked, and Narad Muni answers that in Kali Yuga the name of Narayana must be chanted. And what mantra he advised? The Kali Santana Upanishad is not a principal Upanishad, it is a minor Upanishad. And Narad Muni advises to use the mantra Vasan, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. What does Hare means?
Nara.
Lord Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, when he removes your delusions. Hare means, refers to Lord Vishnu when he removes your delusions. Okay? So this mantra means, Hare Rama means Vishnu Rama, Vishnu Rama, Vishnu Vishnu, Rama. You understand? And this instruction is by whom? Narad Muni, who is one of the 12 Mahajanas or authorities that the Lord empowered to give information when requested. So which is the king of all mantras? Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. But you have to be qualified. You have to be qualified to use this mantra. And what are the qualifications? You have to submit 100% to your Guru. How many percent? 100% to your Guru. And when you submit 100% to your Guru, Rishi, which will be very, very soon, in your mind you're thinking, a couple years, but it will be very soon, alright? Sorry to cut your dreams short. Then you will use this mantra. Up until your total qualification, you cannot use this mantra, but it is the king of all mantras. And this mantra is only effective to those that have taken initiation by a guru in the Sri Sampradaya. All of you understand? Rishi, you like this mantra? You want me to whisper it in your ear? It will give you such a feeling that no other spirit gave you. Rishi, you think I'm lying? Tell him, Vasan. When you're ready for initiation and when the Guru gives you this mantra, go on my page. Go on my page for the 6th and 7th of January 2018, and everyone that received the mantra, I think 90% not here, but they described what they felt. Okay? But this round you get the mantra first, and then I brand you a year later. So you have a 1 year apprenticeship, and then I burn you on the 2 sides and complete your initiation. That will be our new way of doing it, okay? Because everyone wants to take this initiation, but very few want to live within the parameters of it. No drinking, no smoking, no fighting, no swearing, Rishi, no meat eating, no alcohol, no adultery, no gambling. Again, Rishi's name came out adultery. Are you going to catch it today, Rishi? Alright? You understand, all of you? So the king of all mantras is Devi Narayan mantra, and I want to qualify it now. I want to qualify it. So in order to qualify it, I'm going to read a verse from the Vedartha, Vedartha Sangraha, the Vedartha Sangraha, and this is written by the Adi Guru of Sri Vaishnavism as a whole, the first Guru of Sri Vaishnavism in this Kali Yuga. In this Kali Yuga, Lord Sri Ramanuj. And I'm going to explain the explanation that he has given, and I'm going to read it out. I'm lost, just bear with me. Okay. It's verse 141, and I'm quoting Lord Sri Ramanuj, and it goes as follows. Its explanation is as follows. The root of all the Vedas is said to be Pranava, the sacred syllable Om, A-U-M. The root of Pranava is the sacred letter A, the whole of the Veda being the modification of Pranava is resolved into Pranava, its cause. Pranava, the modification of the letter A, is resolved into its cause A. He who is named by that A, which is the root of Pranava, is the Supreme God. The root of all names is A, and the root of all entities that bear those names is Narayana. This Narayana, who is the root of all entities named by that expression, which is the root of all names, is the Supreme God. Then are you confused? 142, the Lord says, I am the beginning and the end of the whole universe. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, verse 6. There is nothing else higher apart from myself. Bhagavad Gita 7, chapter 7, verse 7. And I am the letter A among the letters. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, verse 33. Then the Shruti, which is What's the Shruti? S-H-R-U-T-I? Is the Upanishads. Another name for the Upanishads is Shruti. Also lays down A is the designation of Brahman, and all speech is A. All speech evolves out of A, and all entities constituting the subject matter of all speech evolves out of Brahman. Therefore, as Brahman is affirmed to be the meaning of A, Narayana, whose name is A, is determined to be the Supreme. And then the last one, 143, of that Narayana, transcendent supremacy is predicated in the Narayana Anuvaka, commencing with thousand-headed God, which Anuvaka has its sole support, the determinate characterization and exposition of the ultimate reality. The Supreme Principle is what is so determined by this section, which has no other function than such determination. Other sections whose purport is other than this determination may designate the ultimate principle in other ways through other terms. The Sutrakara, in the aphorism, the instruction is from the standpoint of the Shastra, as in the case of Vamadeva, conveys the decision, and what is named by other names in sections not devoted to the determination of the Supreme Principle must be taken as one with the principle, which is specifically designated and determined in this section with sole purport of such specific designation and determination. Look at how beautifully and how rock solid Lord Sri Ramanuj reconciles this absolute truth. So ultimately, the king of all mantras is Om Namo Narayana Ya. Okay? So we will conclude that there are 4 seasons. There are 4 seasons called Yugas. Satya Yuga, there is a prescription on how to worship in Satya Yuga, which is meditation. In Treta Yuga, there is a prescription on how to worship in Treta Yuga. And what is the prescription? Gorgeous rituals and sacrifices. There is a prescription in how to worship in Dwapara Yuga. And what is that prescription? Worshipping the deity in the temple. And there is a prescription how to worship in Kali Yuga. And what is the prescription in how to worship in Kali Yuga? In its Sankirtana Yajna. The prescription of worshipping in Kali Yuga is Sankirtana Yajna. What is Sankirtana Yajna? Glorifying the Lord through discourses and chanting His name in a satsang. All of you understand? So attending satsang is the prescription of worship in Kali Yuga. But the choice is always, Devashni, whose choice it is? Your choice, yeah. Alright? So if you meditating, you are in the wrong yoga. All these meditation schools around the world, where all these gurus are opening huge meditation classes, corporate gurus, they're making a lot of money through meditation. They are in the mode of passion. They're making money. It is not prescribed in Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga, constant remembrance of God's name. Kali Yuga is the quickest, fastest way to reach God. Quickest and fastest way to reach God and salvation is in Kali Yuga. All you have to do is recite the mantra Om Namo Narayana Ya. But for that you have to be qualified through initiation. And even if you take initiation, Sita, it means nothing if you do not live within the code and conduct of initiation. Initiation is not a degree. After you study, you get your degree, you're the boss with your degree, isn't it? Initiation until the day you die. You have to live within the parameters of the rules governing. Which means, Rishi, if you're driving and you see a big advertising board with a bottle sweating, you must close that eye and just drive your entire life in this human body. Alright? And I'm sure by May you'll be ready to take initiation. Don't you think? Yes, Guru is sure. And your initiated name will be Rishi Muni Ramanuj Das. Rishi Muni Ramanuj Das. Don't try and change Muni to money. Then you'll go away to Rajogun. We want you in Satogun. Rishi Muni, not Rishi Money. Okay, everyone understood? Yeah? Any questions?
Where does Om Namo Narayan fit in then?
I just read out that last part. I don't know whether you are awake or not. Who's transcribing this discourse?
Me.
Okay, so you're going to get it on your WhatsApp. That's where Om Namo Narayan fit in. Okay, this part that I read.
No, what I meant is, you said Om Namo Narayana, yeah, that's the king of the mantras. And then there's Om Namo Narayan, which you've given us.
Okay, so Om Namo Narayan, in that form, can be used by those that are not initiated. Okay? All of you understand? Om Namo Narayan. Any questions? Any questions? So we've answered, you think, comprehensively the king of all mantras, but in our effort to present you with all the evidence that the Om Namo Narayanaya mantra is the king of all mantras, we have not discarded the other mantras on the way. We have not discarded the other mantras on the way. Wherever you are, in whichever station you are in life, wherever, to whatever level you have evolved, and whatever mantras are given from authorized scriptures in relation to that specific mantra that you are practicing, you may do so. But if you want salvation, if you are sick and tired of your material life, Rishi, then give up all your nonsense, take initiation from a guru, and you will be given the pin code of the king of all mantras. Jai Sriman Narayan.